Hi, friends. Welcome to the Catch Up, where I, Bryan Sumardi, hosts some cool people, and I get into their backgrounds. This podcast focuses on people who are passionate about health, wealth, art, and creativity. A little background on me. I am a Marine, powerlifter, personal trainer, and just overall curious guy. Well, enough about me. Let's get right into it.
Sumo! Let's go!
Welcome back to the Catch Up with Bryan Sumardi, where I feed my curiosity and meet some cool ass people along the way. Today I have two guests, Bruce Baskervile and Oumou.
Yeah.
Do I say your last name?
Ba.
Ba.
Yep.
Oumou Ba. Power couple of Herbal life.
Nice.
I love it.
Bruce, homie from the Marine Corps. We met like less than 6 months ago.
Roughly.
AT.
Yeah, 18.
We just had strong vibes. I felt it when our last AT. You were putting on Herbalife there. You gave me something there. No? When was the last time you gave me the shake? Was that at California?
Yeah.
Irwin?
Yeah, cookies and cream shake.
Cookies and cream stuff. Very strong. Let's just get right into it. Backgrounds. Because I barely know your backgrounds. I just met you today, Oumou.
I know.
Ladies first.
Okay. So my name is Oumou. I've been a part of this amazing journey for about 2 years now. I was just in a space where I was actually a former high school athlete. So
Okay.
I played a lot of sports. I played almost everything you could think of. The biggest thing is I stopped playing sports and I started eating more food.
Okay.
And I fell in love with cheesesteaks and cheese fries
Nice,
and everything you could think of.
Philly?
Yeah, from Philly.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
I don't like Pat's.
Huh?
Is that bad?
You don't like what?
Pat's cheesesteak.
Oh yeah, you gotta go to the hood to go get you a cheese.
Okay, that's what I thought. I figured the same
You
thing.
gotta
Like
go to the hood to
Pat's
go get you a cheese.
and the other one next to it, the other famous one, Geno's. I'm like,
Go to the
what?
hood. Go to Southwest Philly, go to West Philly, and go to the corner store. Unless you can call them Poppy, don't buy no cheesesteak from there.
All right, bet that. I'm gonna hook you up. I'll look up with you.
I love it. So, I just got into a space where I kept saying I was going to work out, I was going to do something. I just wouldn't do it. Mm-hmm. Finally, and I got discouraged. Like, realistically, I got discouraged. But it was just like one day, I remember it being a Thursday, I looked in the mirror and I was just like, something got to change.
It's about your appearance? Like your appearance or
yeah,
how you felt?
I had a stomach that I didn't have.
Okay.
I was just uncomfortable in my body too.
I see.
And I didn't feel any energy. Like I was sleeping all the time. I was taking naps. Like it was just like something has to change.
Okay.
So, I made a decision that day. I started going out to the gym because the first thing we all think of is I need to get in shape. Let me go to the gym.
Right.
So I did that for 6 months, 7 days out the week. And, I was hanging around people that were in the lifestyle too. But I tried other products before. Mm-hmm. So, it wasn't like Herbalife was like my first thing. Mm-hmm. I tried other products before. And I was just, skeptical when it came up to me.
Right.
It came up to me like 5 times. I said no all times. But I remember just walking into the community and I went to a fit camp and I was just like, yo, I work out 7 days a week in this fit, and he knows a fit camp. Like they're still like brutal.
So like Herbalife fit camp or just in general?
Herbalife fit camp.
Okay.
It's a whole different type of like workout. Like you think you're doing something in the gym.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I don't care how long you've been working out. You go to an Herbalife fit camp, you're going to feel like they just pretty much kicked your ass.
Okay.
So it was just
Maybe
the energy.
Check it out.
You do?
All right.
So it was just like the energy I felt in the room. I said, however they feel, I want to feel it too. So I started my plan. I lost 20 pounds.
Okay.
Yeah.
In what time frame?
And put on 12 pounds of lean muscle. I actually lost my first 20 pounds within the first month or two.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so faster than I had tried for 6 months.
So like, give me perspective too. So you were, how tall are you?
I'm 5'7".
5'7".
Mm-hmm.
And what was your beginning weight?
When I first started the journey, it was like 180-ish.
180?
Yeah.
5'8", 180. You dropped down 20, so you got down to 160?
Yeah, I'm at 140 now. So total, I lost 40 within the time span.
Okay.
But that was just the weight going up and down.
But normally it's like the quickest thing or the For me, I think the scariest thing is that 20 pound in a month.
Yeah.
Like, that's fast. Or that's
Right.
very
Right.
extremely optimistic and provocative. If
Right.
if I try to throw it out there as like a
Right.
promotion type of thing.
Right. And I think the biggest thing for me, it was just like my body had to get rid of a lot of bad stuff. And what Herbalife did was just get rid of it all fast.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the best way I can think about. I mean, I can say or explain it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's
that
a
was
brief
a huge thing.
overview. So basically, Herbalife changed your life.
Yes.
And now you work with them full time? Do you do anything else other than that?
I am now currently with them full time. And the amazing thing is just like, people started noticing my energy. Like my sister was like, yo, you even seem like you're nicer now. I was like, was I me? So, everything just shifted. Everyone knows my energy. They were just like, I'm only doing it if you're doing it. So I made an extra $150 my first month.
Okay.
Yeah. So I just been like continuously like going through it. There were times where, I really needed the money.
Yeah.
But I think for me, it's just like I've been in the medical field for probably 8 years now.
Okay.
And I got into the medical field because I truly want to help people.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't fulfilling. Like once I hit a space where I was just like, I don't feel fulfilled. Like I don't feel like I'm really serving a purpose for these people.
What did you do prior to Herbalife?
I did a couple of things in medical field. I did home health, which is taking care of older people.
Okay.
And then I did medical assistant. That's working next to a doctor in a doctor's office.
Okay.
And I previously was just doing phlebotomy. That's drawing blood. So,
okay.
First thing you think of helping people, you think of the medical field, but I just wasn't fulfilled.
Sounds like you went through a lot of school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what that sounds like.
Yeah. I love to learn.
What did you get, like the bachelor's, master's?
No, I actually got it only to my associate's degree.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yep. Didn't need no heavy schooling.
So associates in
arts.
And
The funny
arts.
thing about it, yeah. The only thing I had to go really to school for was medical assistant. I went to a technical school for that.
Okay, that's what I thought. So anything with a doctor, you need to like a specialty course.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I took that for like 8 months
All
afterwards. So yeah.
Cool. Let's bounce it off to Bruce.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Coach Bruce. Been
Coach
a part of this
Bruce.
amazing
Listen to me.
community for 17 months now. 17 long months. When I started, mine was a little bit different. I was in a space where I was transitioning from the Marines into DC Police Academy.
Okay.
And it was a hard transition for me because my expectations. I was expecting it to be easy. I was like, oh, I'm a United States Marine. DC Police is going to be nothing.
Yeah.
Like, all that type of stuff. But on a physical side, I would look at myself and was like, man, I definitely need to get in shape. I've been in the football and the track my entire life.
Yeah.
And this is what I look like right now. This is what I feel like right now. And my weight would do this right here. And as I would lose weight, I would still like look at myself and see that, hey, this is still who I am. I'm still at this weight, even though the pounds would go down. So
that don't make sense.
Even though the pounds would go down, I still had a self-image that I weighed this certain amount, if that makes sense.
So you had just a negative.
I had a negative
image.
I had a negative outlook
Self-image.
on myself.
Okay.
All right. And that's because of the space that I was in at that particular time. I had high expectations for myself.
Okay.
All right. Getting to DC Police Academy, I just wasn't eating the way I should have been eating. All right.
Okay.
Picking up the first thing that I could find, or eating at the snack machine, or going to McDonald's, or whatever the case may be, and then just trying to work it off in the gym.
Yeah.
That was the biggest thing for me. I figured if I'm gonna eat this way, I know I could work it off in the gym.
Okay.
And zero results with that. So hopped on my customizable nutrition plan, Herbalife Nutrition, and I say within the first 2 months for me, I was able to drop 20 pounds.
Okay.
And
solid.
Throughout my entire journey, I've been able to drop and keep down 40 pounds. Had energy out of the roof, and kept off 6 inches from around my waist. That was huge for me because I never really had abs before. you know, as a guy, when you start popping abs, it's a different story. Yeah, you start walking a little bit different, right? Chest start poking out and stuff.
Yeah, I feel you.
Makes you want to stay in the gym. So I really took on the business opportunity because, just like Oumou said, like you really realize that you're helping people. You're being more of a servitude to people, and you're able to actually change their lives. In the Marines, like, we have that responsibility of changing the world.
Right.
All right. In DC Police, I have that responsibility of changing the community, but you really just don't feel like you're serving the community until you're making those direct impacts. And I can tell you from all of my clients, them saying thank you to me is good enough. Them coming up to me and say, Bruce, I never imagined dropping 80 pounds, or I never imagined dropping over 100 pounds, or whatever the case may be. That's powerful, because that's not just weight for them. That journey, that struggle that they had to go through to actually get to that weight is what really matters. That's what changed for them.
Yeah.
Elaborating on what you were saying earlier on promoting losing 20 pounds in a month and the skepticism of that, there's a lot of things that go inside of it. We're not just talking about dropping 20 pounds of fat. We're talking about an overall body change. All right. Herbalife isn't just a weight loss product.
Body composition, changing your entire body
composition. When you're putting Herbalife products inside of your body, like, you are focusing on total nutrition, and you are focused on cellular nutrition. You are focusing on cleansing the digestive health, cleansing the heart health, all of those things. So these are areas where we carry fat around. We carry fat around our heart. We carry fat around our intestines. We carry waste inside of our intestines, and that's weight right there. So when we say losing weight, we're not just specifically talking about just fat loss, or specifically talking about anything.
Water weight.
We're getting rid of it. It's gone. The water weight, the everything. So 20 pounds in a month sounds like a lot, but it's really not a lot. If you have 20 pounds on you that's extra, you can get rid of 20 pounds.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I just want to get into what I really think about Herbalife. It's like, what kind of skepticism do you guys hear the most from other people?
You want me to go again?
I'll go. The main one is, does it work? Like, that's the main one every time. People always wonder, does it work? Like, and I think the biggest thing is, like, people are afraid. And everyone has something different that they're afraid of. Yeah. And sometimes I know for me, the biggest thing for me was, being afraid to really see myself as that woman that has abs and can feel good about herself and have that energy, like seeing myself, because I see myself where I was now. So it's hard to see myself as someone different. But the biggest,
so afraid of change, right? Okay.
Being able to change yourself, and it takes a big thing, the cost, But realistically, like, everyone's spending way more. I know I was spending at least, with cheese sticks and all that every day. I was spending $500 a month, and now I'm spending less than half of that.
Okay.
Just on the products, and also what I'm eating outside of that. Other thing is it healthy? That's like one of the main things people are worried about, what they put into their bodies, which sometimes I don't understand, because it's like, what you doing right now ain't good either.
You're going to McDonald's right now.
What you doing right now ain't good. But, I get, because that's where they are at that moment.
Yeah.
So that's another thing, everybody worry about if it's healthy or not. Like, this is a company that's been around for almost 40 years now, and has been approved in 90 something countries. So for it to have that kind of longevity, and not many companies have that, it speaks something powerful to it. And it's plant-based nutrition. Like, and I think that's the great thing, and using it has proved it too, for me. Like, using the products have proved it to me.
I didn't know they were plant-based.
Yeah.
Does it also mean that you guys are like vegan, vegetarian, or anything?
We're actually converting into that.
Yeah, we're converting into a line for that. So yes.
To which one?
To vegan.
Full vegan?
Full vegan. We actually have allergen-free products. We're going to come out with pet food pretty soon. But pretty much like the founder of Herbalife, Mark Hughes, he actually went to Asia and different countries to study plants. And then that's what created the actual Formula One shake.
Formula One. I'm not familiar with any of your products.
Great thing. So Formula One, the best way I explain to people is, you remember as a baby, you either were breastfed or you drank.
Formula.
Boom. We just stopped drinking as we got older.
Okay. Damn, I got like a sense in my head, or something in my head. Well, I guess the first one I want to ask is like,
oh, do you want to go with that question?
Well, like,
No, you answered. I'll take on the second question. So.
okay. Have you ever? Do you guys still drink milk, like regular milk? Yeah, not really.
Not
I
really.
don't.
Okay.
I don't.
So I guess there's a theory that I have that like, since when we were young, that you said like we were either you have formula or breast milk, but then as we get older, we drink cow milk, and more and more often I've been finding people who are lactose intolerant, or it's either that milk just upsets their stomach. And maybe this is just like this is a random thought in my head, but then like I don't think we're supposed to be drinking cow milk.
We're not. Well, National Academy of Sports Medicine did a study, and everybody on the face of this earth, minus Norwegians, are lactose intolerant to a certain extent.
Okay.
So it's just not supposed to be inside of our bodies.
Right. Like our body just can't digest the enzymes and stuff because it's from someone else.
Right.
But in the bodybuilding world, for the powerlifting world, like breast milk is amazing. It's almost like a steroid.
Yeah.
It's like straight up testosterone, really. So I was like, I mean, you guys are on the same page with me.
Yeah.
And say no more about that.
Yeah. No, and for me too, like growing up, I had a lot of digestive issues. And that was just because I was drinking cow milk.
Okay.
Yeah. So once I stopped, it was good.
Yeah, that right there in itself would change your life, man.
Yeah.
Like, I was raised into cow milk.
Yeah.
Same.
So yeah, that was
every
like
meal was a tall glass of milk.
Yep, exactly. Drink your milk and your vitamin D and makes your bones. I was grown into that, man.
Right.
It's horrible for you.
Okay.
Actually, I can go back to your other question as well about the skepticism. Like
Okay.
you said, what have people been approaching us about? For me, people's been approaching me more so on the business side about how we're actually making money,
Like a money pyramid type of thing.
Yeah. So I get a lot of people who say, "Are we actually making money?" And is it a pyramid scheme? So on the actually making money thing, yes, we are actually making money. She's doing this full time now.
Okay.
Right? On the pyramid scheme side, I like to tell people that we're in an organization, or we're in a time in life right now where entrepreneurship is at its greatest. All right, we're part of multi-level marketing, and multi-level marketing affords us the opportunity to level or to have leverage through multiple streams of income, and that's all we're doing. We've leveraged ourselves in multiple levels, meaning I can not only get paid through retail, I can also get paid through wholesale. I can not only get paid through wholesale, I can get paid through royalties. We also have production bonuses. We also have getting paid from other countries. So what makes it seem skeptical to people is, where's the money coming from?
Yeah.
All right. The money's coming from legitimate locations. So if I direct sell this product to Oumou, and she direct sells this product to you, what's the problem?
And then the other thing I want to add on to that is like, realistically, and this is like I'm a straightforward person, I'm blunt.
Okay.
When they say a pyramid scheme, it's like a 9 to 5 is the real pyramid scheme, because one, you're the employer, and then you have your supervisor, right? Then your manager, then the person that's above them, and then the person that's above them. Who's winning at the end of the day? The person at the top. And you're getting paid the same amount. And I think the beautiful part about this is you get to control how much you make coming into a multi-level marketing business. You get to control. I get to control and say, I'm going to give myself $100 raise. You know what I mean? Like but for most 9 to 5s, you have to like go to them and be like, hey, where's my raise? You got to wait every 6 months. And it's like, you've worked your ass off.
Yeah.
You know, you worked your ass off, and it's like they give you a $2 raise. You know what I mean? So it's 5, like, 10%, where's the scheme at really? You know what I mean? Like, who's really like playing the scheme there? So for me, it's just like that. And there's no value I've learned within like working for, other people. There's no value for them, because for one, you're not servicing them, but you're also not receiving your value and what you're worth.
Okay. I see what you're saying. So, I mean, break it down for me. Give me like an example wise. So, like saying that Bruce sells Oumou a product at wholesale, and then Oumou sells me the H3O directly. So is it like a upselling process that
So-
comes down?
If you don't mind, I'll give you our what we do as a business.
That's
So
fine.
everyone comes into this business making 25% profit. So first off, that's a lot. 25% profit is a lot, actually.
In terms of just selling or what?
Yeah.
How does that work?
Selling. We're
So-
a direct sales company.
Like commission.
Yes.
Okay.
So we're a direct sales company. Anybody who purchase my products, they're either purchasing at $100 or $200. So we'll go off at $200.
All right.
So when you come into the business, everybody starts off in the exact same position.
Okay.
I don't care about what skills you got. Don't care if you've been locked up, or everyone starts off at 25%.
Okay.
Okay. From there, you make your direct sale, let's say $200.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You are now commissioning $50. You now have a $50 profit. All right.
Okay.
Off of that one sale.
Right.
To make it on to that next level, you got to do $500 worth of business. That's what we're.
So to really simplify it, the way Herbalife will pay you is within the 3 lines. So let's just say, like, because I think your question is more so like, how does it work with that lineage? So Bruce is, let's just say he's a supervisor, right?
Okay.
Then I come on sign up,
Okay.
and then you come in on sign up. You sign someone else up. He gets paid all 3 of those lines.
Right.
And those are infinity. So he can find a lot of me's
Yeah.
to just be beasting it out in this joint and just like
Right.
going.
Right.
So that's how it works. Really drawing it out for me because I feel like I'm a visual learner.
Okay.
But there's 7 streams of income, like he mentioned. But everyone wins. I think that's the beautiful
7?
part. 7 streams of income.
So what's the 7? Said. What I mean.
Retail, wholesale, royalties. Are you familiar with royalties?
I think for me, what I think of royalties is when you own a product, when you actually own it, and then someone who sells it, or in that way that you kind of just explained to me, like if she sells me something, you still get royalties off of her products that she sold.
That's exactly what it is, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. Perfect.
right.
Get it.
That's exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Best way they say it is Michael Jackson, Prince. They're still making money even though they're dead, and that's from their product or their music still being played.
Okay.
All right. So same thing with us. The product is still going to be sold.
Okay.
All right.
I see.
So that's the royalties. That's the third way. Production bonus. All right. She was speaking about 3 lines.
Yeah.
All I'm gonna say is we have access to the entire organization at a production bonus, and that can be 2, 4 to 6%.
Okay.
That's a lot of money. Other countries, we get income from other countries. So we're in 94 different countries. If I decide to sponsor someone that's in London right now,
Yeah.
if he buys this product in London, London is going to cut America a check, which is going to cut me a check. All right.
Interesting. Has that happened already? Yeah. You
Plenty of time.
you guys have athletes or sponsors?
I haven't gotten anybody internationally yet,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm working on it. But I believe you have people
London.
in London.
London.
Yeah. And then I've gotten a couple of athletes on the products, and they love them.
Okay.
We actually have we have Cristiano Ronaldo. We have a product through him. He's like one of the top soccer players in the world.
Okay. I'm familiar with Christian.
Yep.
Cristiano.
Yeah,
He's with us.
he is one of our good athletes.
Mind you, if
Came out
someone
with
like
CR7.
him.
Okay. That's legit.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, whenever I think of like my health and fitness journey or with my training clients, I'm more bigger into mindset.
Yes.
And I want to see if you guys
Starts
feel the
there.
same way about that.
That's where it starts with.
Right. And it's like just believing in yourself. Either believing in yourself or having a good support system. So I'm not against anything I'm not against anything, to be honest. Like I think whatever works for you works.
Right.
So any type of system that's already established, whether it's Herbalife, whether it's paleo, whether it's CrossFit, whether it's bodybuilding, whatever.
Right.
Like if it works, it works.
Right.
If it's something that connects to you, then boom. One thing for me, I'm not going to say that I'm anxious. I'm not going to say anything. I think I told you guys right before this, I feel like on edge a lot. I think because of the Marine Corps especially. I'm always like highly aware of my surroundings. But I think even before the Marine Corps, I always had this feeling of like, I'm afraid of success. It's kind of like what you were talking about having that change.
Yeah.
It's because once or I think most people don't know.
Like seeing it and then like, whoa.
Yeah, like once because you never hit that level before of like success, whether you like won a track meet, whether you won wrestling, whether you're like a high performer in a marketing or business. You just don't know how that feels.
Right.
So with that, you kind of get scared, or at least I do.
Yeah, I know.
No, that's natural.
It's normal.
That's
Right.
definitely normal.
So I was gonna ask, do you guys feel like, are you guys afraid of success at the same time?
I wouldn't say I'm afraid, but I'm
Worrisome,
anxious. No, I wouldn't say anxious either. I would just say there's moments that, well, we can go with afraid. There's moments that I'm afraid of, more so not being successful, because I know where I want to be, and I see the path, and I see a lot of my peers reaching that level, and I know the journey to getting there, and I'm actually on the journey now.
Yeah.
But the fear comes in. I know that there's going to be obstacles. I know there's going to be trials and tribulations. I know for a fact I'm going to have to fail so many times before I make it to this point. And then once I get to this point, the fear of the success for me is that responsibility.
Yeah.
Because it's not even about myself at that point. Once I get to that level of success, I have to show others how to get there. I have to show others how to stay there.
Yeah.
So that's where the fear would come in for me.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I see that. From normally when I ask that question, I always get the feedback that I'm more afraid of not succeeding than anything else.
I wouldn't say I'm not afraid of succeeding, because it's possible.
Yeah.
But same thing for him. It's like being able to be at that level and handle the responsibility of being in that level, and then also making sure you're taking care of your people.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because it's so much that you can control.
Yeah.
And what you can't control is like, where do you find out where to control?
Like, where's your happy medium or your balance without being like a dictator type of stuff?
Exactly. It's like pushing them, but pushing them in a good way.
Yeah.
So I think that's where, and I just honestly just pray about it. I just say, moving me to the next level. Allow me to be able to handle it. Like, just let me know. I don't care about nothing else. You can give me the money. That's cool.
Yeah.
But I just want to be able to handle it in every aspect.
Okay. All right. I guess I can go into that or I want to get into like actual products. So like, what helped you the most? Like for me, I'm learning about neurotropics. So like stuff that helps me with my focus, my mental focus. I've been talking to a brand called On It. They have a product called Alpha Brain, where it helps me focus on things. Kind of gives me like that limitless feeling.
Right.
I've only been taking it for like a week and a half now, but I've been feeling pretty good. Like normally for me, when I read a book, I need background music. Like I need white noise in order for me to focus. So it drowns out everything else around me.
Right.
So I know, like I listen to lo-fi hip hop chill music. And then that kind of just like gives me some like old school hip hop beats, but just like instrumentals. So then I kind of hear it in my head, but then I can just tune it out at the same time and read my books. And then with the Alpha Brain, it kind of like not wakes me up, but just like gives me that tunnel vision I need. Do you guys have any products like that? Or what are the things that you guys really like, your like top supplements, you could say?
For focus?
For your guys.
NRG. It's a natural, and I'm
natural raw guarana.
I'm glad you said it.
Okay. You know, like caffeine?
But all I know is I was at work, and I just remember like being in the medical field, and I was at work, and I would like be all over the place some days. So I went ahead and tried it out, and the first day I literally like all my work was done. I looked up like, oh shit, all my work is done. I was like, I did everything, but I was so focused, like especially like during my workouts, it's like I really become in tune. Yeah. So it's a natural product, I believe. Where is it from?
Guarana is natural.
Where is it from? I believe
it's from Asia or something.
Guarana
South
plants.
America.
Yep.
So, it might be South America. And nature's raw guarana, its purpose with us is to stimulate focus. That's a specific focus.
It's basically a caffeine, right?
In a sense, yeah. It has a really low amount of caffeine. So the great thing is that's what we actually give pregnant women. If they ever want like energy a little bit and also stimulate focus, it's actually good enough amount of caffeine for them to take.
Okay. I can see that. Caffeine, vitamin B, B12s, that kind of stuff.
All that.
Do you guys have any pre-workouts slash energy drinks? That too.
Yes.
Like
our pre-workout is called Prepare, and it's actually amazing because it has the specific amounts of nitric oxide and creatine that your body needs. Not that extra limit that's excess for you. We have 2.1 grams of creatine, which doesn't sound like a lot, but the body actually produces its own creatine.
right.
We're just allowing your body to release it.
I always take 5 grams optimally.
Yeah, because you don't want to take too much either, because crash.
And 5 grams is actually good too.
Yeah.
But what I'm getting at is if you're overdoing it like a lot of the products are out there, you're hurting yourself more than
long term.
How does nitric oxide help you?
How does nitric oxide help you?
Yeah.
It allows oxygen to flow to the muscles more efficiently. It allows the I would say the water that's inside of your body to actually fuel that muscle and allow it to expand.
Okay. So, I've been reading a lot about nitric oxide.
Let's get it.
It improves your sexual stamina.
I love it. Wait till he hears this next product. Go ahead.
Oh no, because you said like it helps your. You said oxygen go through your bloodstream with and then the penis is just like increased blood, or increased stimulation in the blood. So,
I mean, that's a specific one, but I wasn't getting that. All right.
So there's certain foods.
So we have a. Now that you brought that up, we have amazing Prelux Blue. All right,
Prelux Blue.
Yeah,
okay.
we call it the blue pill. All right.
Okay.
Or I call it the blue pill. What do you call it?
Tell me more.
I call it the happy pill. Look, I'm gonna tell you a story from it.
I'll let you go.
So I have a coworker, and it's funny because now she's like on the products consistently, but this was actually the first product she bought from me. She texted us in a message group. I know, it's funny. She was like, do you think the doctors would prescribe me a blue pill? And the first thing I'm like, oh shoot, we got a blue pill.
Yeah.
Gave that thing right to her. When I tell you, she was walking around like Grandma Seuss that whole week. The next day after she used that, happy as a horse. Good morning, everybody. Like literally happy.
So meaning she got laid.
So that means let's just say her boyfriend. That's his favorite product. He loves it.
So wait, she took it or he took it? Her
He
boyfriend?
took it.
Oh.
Helps blood circulation.
So it's mainly a guy thing, or
well, we can take it too.
because I know like women do it
helps with
too.
circulation.
Yeah.
Okay. So like you were saying, it ultimately helps with blood circulation. What makes it more of
It's kind of like a libido enhancer type
a
of
male product is the proprietary blend that's inside of it. That specifically helps us out in our specific blood flow.
Okay.
It's actually approved by a doctor too.
So it's dick pills.
There you go.
Dick pills.
Sick. Sick.
Happy pills, maybe.
I don't know. What? John Jones, UFC fighter. He kind of got stripped off his belt, but because he took dick pills.
Oh, okay.
But at the same but
Hey, that helps you in the gym though, right?
yeah, because he was like so like wild. He was like riled up. He's like, oh, this looks like testosterone, but in a legal dose. Well, I don't know. I don't know the specifics of John Jones' story, but he basically took like gas station dick pills and while training.
Oh god,
but
That's funny.
But because they were like gas station dick pills, that's allegedly. I can't really. I'm not gonna say I speak exactly. I was following the story previously. But, because he's a great ass fighter. I don't know if you guys follow the UFC.
I'm laughing at the gas station dick pills.
Oh no! So they were saying that it was tapped, or basically that it wasn't the safest of brands. So they're saying that some people or some factories kind of like mix products.
Yeah, they do.
They got like some steroids, then he got popped on this test.
So our products, great that you brought that up. We're actually NSF certified. So
that's what I ask, like military wise, are we like everyone allowed to?
Anybody on the face of this earth that is taking a urinalysis can take this. Can take this product.
Safe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Approved by
and we do that for a reason.
Yeah.
So
okay, because everything's plant based. You guys never do anything. I don't know.
You were asking a question about like in the gym stuff. So the pre-workout, we have the pre-workout. We also have a post-workout called Rebuild Strength.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's going to have all your L-glutamine, your calcium, your BCAAs. basically everything you need, like for that quick,
Recovery.
sustainable recovery.
Okay.
We have a whole line that's for the athleticism.
Yeah.
So during, after, before, when you go to sleep and you fast, all that.
Okay. All right. Cool. I guess getting to that, I want to see about your training specifics, like Coach Bruce. I see on your Instagram, like, are you like now a trainer as well in their own facilities, or like is that your own gym, or how does that work?
So no, that's not my own specific gym. We are opening up what's called Uplift Fitness, and we're gonna take it to the next level. We are absolutely gonna take it to the next level.
Is this in association Herbalife, or is this like your own thing?
Yeah, it's an association Herbalife.
Okay.
Yeah.
On a more personal side, I'm in school right now for advanced personal training and exercise science with Bryan University.
Okay.
And I want to get my certification with NASM.
Okay. Cool. I'm associated NASM. That's my second cert, national cert. I started with ISSA.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, I want to hear more about the gym. Like, so Uplift Gym.
Yeah, Uplift Fitness. It's
Uplift Fitness.
We will, for the most part, we'll have themes there. We're gonna be doing high intensity interval training. We're gonna this Tuesday I'll actually be running a boxing type of fitness.
Okay.
We're doing everything to keep people engaged, keep people in the community, and just to change things up a little bit.
Where's it at?
It's gonna be in Laurel.
Laurel.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just in Laurel last night.
So you're close enough to come out.
Okay.
Remember how I told you about the Herbalife Fit camps?
Oh, that's what you're gonna do that there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How about explaining that then? Like, tell me what.
Come and see.
Yeah.
Just come and see. Okay.
Come on Tuesday. Come
You gotta
check us out.
experience it. It's harder to.
Gotcha.
Oh,
It's
so
hard to explain it.
You're running that there? I think there's a
On
boxing
Tuesday.
thing on
Yeah,
Tuesday.
we switch off coaches. So like I did last Thursday.
She kills it.
Every time I try to. Everyone
Okay.
has to die. But no, I think the biggest thing for like Uplift Fitness is not just the fitness aspect, but to really create a community where people can get away from like the outside, like negative world, come into a space where there's like good energy, positive vibes. Like there's a lot of moments and a lot of like growth happening within there just through the people.
And that mental mindset that you were talking about, that's what it starts with.
Yes.
And we really harp and we really push
That's
on the
we
mental
pour
side
more
of
in there.
things.
How do you guys push that out, or like how do you guys describe that, like the process for the mental mindset? Because I always find trouble with teaching others that as well.
So we have a structure where right after the workout we have one of the coaches, Milton, and I believe he's going to do it this Tuesday, where he just does a motivational speech
About like
anything that's going on, life, like somewhere to where we're real and open about ourselves, about things that's going on, but also how can we look at this from a positive aspect?
Okay.
You know. And then it's amazing because a lot of people can relate to it.
Right.
You know, like speaking positive words. Because we, in Herbalife, the biggest thing is personal development.
Okay.
So we're heavy on that every single day. So we just pour that into ourselves to be able to pour it into other people. So we just take out some time after the workout to really pour that in because that's the main part. And then like we have side conversations with people, just uplift them. Like I seen a girl last week. She seemed a little off. So just going up to her, talking to her, like literally she stayed and was happy.
Okay.
Like, you know, when she could have just left and
allowing people to actually open up about themselves too, because us as coaches, we can say whatever we want to say. We can try to motivate you all day, but if you don't have that motivation, if it's not inside of you, it's just not going to happen. So we allow you to actually share what's going on with you and bringing it up to light. And we had a girl that I think the same lady that she might be talking about, who stated she was an alcoholic and she was going through X, Y, and Z. And on day one of her being at Uplift Fitness, she says she'll be there every Tuesday, every Thursday. This is what she needs to do for her life.
And literally crying every time.
I mean, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Right. But the biggest part is listening, like he said, and that's something that you know you really want to listen to people and understand where they are.
Yeah.
Most times that's how we serve.
Yeah.
Like truly is by listening because. Growing up, I know I wasn't listened to a lot.
Okay.
So I create that for other people. Just let them talk.
Outlets.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So like, there's two things that I kind of highlight in my head, and that's that you guys know once you build your platform, you have to expand and teach others.
Yep.
I think to me, like, and the thought in my head is like, our elders didn't pass that along to us,
Right.
and their elders passed it along to them,
Right.
but they never passed it along to us.
Right.
Because I think I was listening to the Breakfast Club yesterday, and Snoop Dogg was talking. He was telling me that like the OG, Eazy-E, Pac, Big, they were all into. Well, Pac, Big were all probably on the same level as Snoop in that generation, but he was telling me like the older people were always just harping on him, and it's like, I need you to be better. I need you to do this, this, and that, X, Y, and Z. And I think he got into Pac saying that he had a very big, or he was very big into like a military mindset, where this is the chain of command. You don't talk to me because I'm here. You got to talk to Warren G or whoever, that kind of thing. In terms of it was like gang mentality.
I know exactly someone. Yep.
Yeah, and when I thought about that, I was like, shit, that's real. And I feel like when we were coming up, like I was born in '92. To think about, no one ever told me that. Hey, that's what's up. So like, I never thought about that.
Yeah, we didn't.
Because we were just like, okay.
Right.
Well, I feel like for me, like me personally, I was just like, you just gotta do your thing.
You do.
Like, no one's telling me what to do. You tell me what not to do.
Right.
But fuck you. Like I'm just do whatever the fuck I want to do, type of thing. That's the kind of vibe that I had growing up. Because I felt like I was growing up in like a little bit of gang influence here and there.
Right.
But you kind of just have to survive. I kind of just forgot what I was going to mention about this for.
No, but it's dope that you say it though, because like we weren't taught all these things.
Yeah.
Like, none of us were taught how to eat right.
Yeah.
Because of our grandparents, their grandparents.
They didn't know better either.
Exactly. So the dope thing is we all get to create that.
Yeah.
You know, we get to create that lineage now, and it's like it's amazing when you start to see your family doing it.
Okay.
You know, so.
That's what I think. What I was going to add. It's like the teaching part. I know just listening. How do you guys learn to teach others? Like, what's your best philosophy? Or you kind of just adapt by listening?
Well, for one, we have to listen. So that's how you learn. One is listening.
Okay.
But really, I think the biggest thing for me is we do have our monthly trainings. But definitely putting yourself around those people that are at the level where you want to be. When you put yourself around them, ask a million questions.
Yeah.
And listen.
Okay.
And really I think the biggest part is application.
Yeah.
Like taking action towards what they say. So
the power of Herbalife, kind of like your networking, because you have so many people above you.
It's beautiful in that sense, because it's not like that chain of command. Even though there's a person who's been in the business for 31 years and they're phenomenal at it.
Yeah.
We can still have that conversation with them without worrying about stepping on somebody else.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And it's amazing too, because they don't even have to be like, we have a lineage of things. Because remember I talked about the lineage.
Yeah.
Like I've had powerful conversations with people that weren't even nowhere. Like I don't affect their business, they don't affect mine.
Okay.
And they still pour into you.
Okay. So they kind of teach you like the tactics and more of strategies, rather than, all right, you got to talk to this person, that person, then talk to their kids.
Go straight to them.
Yeah. Okay.
You go straight to them. And they're open to do it. I've never had no one say, no, I don't want to tell you nothing.
Okay. I mean, do you guys ever like get into like books or any other avenues of learning? Like, what do you guys like to read to build yourselves or a business?
The Bible.
Bible?
Bible.
That's my number one.
It has everything in it.
But anything dealing with success. I mean, there's a million and one books on getting rich fast or how to do this. I'm not really too worried on the riches. I'm more concerned with how am I going to be successful and what success actually means for me. So
get into that. Like, what do you think it means?
So there's a book called I Am Success by Steve Harvey.
Okay.
And in that book, it's not like any other book. You're reading through this book and there's drills, there's tools, there's different ways you can read this book, or I'll say avenues for approach for you.
AOA.
Yeah. So while going through this book, it's actually asking you to apply the development that you're getting through this book. So throughout your daily lifestyle, it's saying, all right, now that you've set a goal, apply the let's say strategies that it's going to take to actually achieve that goal in the timely manner that you achieved it. Then it like writes out your SMART goals, your specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, timely goals. And it's just like little practice things like that. So I'm interested in books like that that actually pushes me to do something more so than just read, because I honestly don't like reading. I do it because I know it's something that's going to make me better.
Yeah.
I think for me, it's I like reading books that relate to what I'm going through at the time.
Okay.
To help me get through that phase. So
give me like a current example. Like
perfect. Right now, I'm dealing with making mistakes and being okay with that.
Okay.
You know, I'm a be honest to share a story. I got fired from my job for making a mistake, but it was really self-reflection for me because I realized that I wasn't okay with making mistakes.
Yeah.
You know, it had nothing to do with them.
It's like you're a perfectionist kind of feel.
Yeah, I took self-realization to that. So right now I'm reading a book. Actually reading two things. It's one's for Go for No. It's an amazing book. It's teaching me a lot about like fail your ass off all the way up to the top. Like get a bunch of no's. Like, you know, when you come into this like this type of like field or, you know, this network, you start to think that success is supposed to happen, like you said, right? It's not supposed to happen right away. It's going to take time. It's going to take development. It's going to take you working on yourself as a person, but it's also going to take you doing the work and failing as much as you can because you have to make the mistakes in order to learn and keep going. But not being afraid of mistakes, I can say that's really been my target area lately to work on myself.
I see. Do you guys see that in your clients as well? Like, I think for me, I have that same trouble. Well, I mean, I feel like everyone has that trouble of overcoming failure, overcoming obstacles, stuff like that. But teaching someone else that is like a whole new ball game to me.
For me, I had to learn to be my best client. I had to learn that, hey, if I know that I have the responsibility of helping this person get to their goals, I have to start by getting them my goals. I have to use these products. I have to do this. I have to do that. And then actually showing it to them and expecting them to do it. I have to understand the journey that I went through and my struggles on, let's say, like my meal prep or my hydration, things like that. I had to actually remember the journey that I went to actually be able to give them the best coach possible. So actually teaching to them and duplicating to them. So going back into your other question at the same time, we actually do have a nice training system that allows us to be in a leadership position to give them the best possible coach.
I think the biggest part too, and my mentor taught me this, is when someone's going through something, and I think it's the hardest thing for us as people to take, and it was a book I had to read to really help me through this, but it's taking acknowledgement of everything around you. Like most times we see a person, it would be like, oh, that has nothing to do with me. But there's a reason why you, in a sense, attracted that. Like it's right in front of you for a reason. Like our families are our families for a reason because they're a reflection of us. You know what I mean? So when we get mad at somebody, it's just like, well, you know, what in me caused this, you know what I mean? So I think that's the biggest thing is really self-reflection, taking that ownership and really work on like, you know, and everyone finds their way of like, in a sense, cleaning it out of them and forgiving themselves for it. But also relating to that person. Show that person that you can relate to them, because I've had clients where, you know, and most times when people don't continue on their journeys because they're going through stuff. And when you really talk to them, you start to realize, like, have you come into like where you're like, yo, like, damn, she's going through the same thing I'm going, or he's going through the same thing I'm going through. And then you guys can relate, but that's when you can kind of align and say, hey, let's do this together. You know what I mean? Kind of like we talked about before this podcast, we're all nervous, but let's be nervous together. You know what I mean? Let's do it together. And then people feel more that you're not trying to pull them, but you're trying to take them with you to where you're going.
I see. That's what's up. Damn. They got me. I kind of just I'm not gonna lie, like, oh, shit. I had a question in my head and I was just vibing with it. One of those moments where it's like, shit, that's what's up. Damn. Like my mind went completely blank after that. I don't know. Is there? It's not mental processes. Something that I always like look into is Stoicism.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard of that, like the philosophy, Stoics.
Stoicism, no. What's
Yeah. So it started in like ancient Rome.
Mm-hmm.
So the word stoia
Mm-hmm.
is a stoop,
Mm-hmm.
and this is where like philosophers were just like conjugating
Mm-hmm.
and talk about life,
Mm-hmm.
and then turned out to be like very influential. The processes go into having will, fail, and then what's the last one? It's not repeat, but it's a three processes that we always go through. Jim Rohn also calls it the seasons of life.
Yes.
This and that.
Love
Yeah.
him.
So basically, it's basically the same thing.
Right.
Like we always, it's aspire, fail, will.
Okay.
So when you aspire, you always have like a dream. Like you either want to make money, you want to work for others, like find that fulfillment to help others to do something. And then no matter what, even if you succeed, you have to find the will to keep pushing yourself,
Right.
to keep exploring yourself and figuring out new avenues of life,
Right.
or finding new people to reach out to. And then on the other case, you'll also fail during whatever you aspire because you're just not great
Right.
enough to do that certain
Right.
subject,
Right.
because you have to accept that in life.
Right.
And then same thing, you have to find the will to aspire to dream
Right.
again. I don't know. That was just my little tangent.
That's
I'm
good.
like, that's
And
how
you
I
know
thought.
No, it's good though.
That's good because it's like, especially like coming into this, a lot of people like they can't see themselves doing it because they see where they are. They see where they are currently.
Yeah.
But we all started like I didn't know nothing about nutrition when I started Herbalife. I didn't
Right.
know nothing about nutrition. I didn't know nothing about eating. But it's just taking a step and slowly but surely progressing to that point. But I don't know if that was kind of relation to it.
No, yeah, definitely. I mean,
Okay.
it's like it's like what you just did. Like you tried to relate with me after my just like tangent story,
Right. Yeah.
and it's like, okay, I have a vibe with you, and then I want you to be better,
Right.
but with me, or
Right.
we can do it together in a
Right.
sense, type of thing.
Right.
Okay. I don't know. Is there anything else you want to highlight in terms of Herbalife, you guys yourselves?
The journey is a journey for a reason.
Yeah.
I mean, whether it's Herbalife or whether it's just life in general, like you've got to go through the journey. And the guy that I was letting you listen to on my phone earlier today, he was saying that it's definitely a marathon and it's not a sprint.
Right.
However, if you want to sprint, you can. You just got to be ready for that level of sprinters. You can't run with the best until you're ready to run with the best.
Yeah.
So
It always reminds me of an African proverb that I keep in my head all the time.
this guy's awesome, isn't he?
Yeah. He's dope. He's dope.
It's if you want to go fast, go alone.
Right.
If you want to go together, if you want to go far, go together.
Yep.
And it's I think with that concept or that quote in my head, it's like if I do want to go fast, I have to realize the repercussions of going fast.
Yep.
Because when you're going fast, it's also another concept of being like you're out of control.
Right.
It's like speeding on the highway.
Right.
You're going at a high speed, but then you don't realize that I'm very quick. I could trip,
Right.
or a tire could pop,
Right.
and you go spinning out of control type
Right.
of thing. And then to think about when you want to go far, it's like, oh shit, now you have to think of someone else. You have to put yourself aside and realize that I may be stronger
Right.
than another Marine, but we still have to get the mission accomplished.
Right.
And then, but although I know I can get there faster just by me pushing myself,
Right.
I have to take accountability of my junior Marines and
Yep.
make sure they're on the same page,
Right.
type of thing.
And I think the biggest thing that it just popped up in my head about this journey is, and I think the hardest part is really going back. Like
What
going
way?
back to your past and
Yeah.
realizing a lot of things and realizing that because when you go back to your past, you realize how God, the universe, really mapped it out for you to be where you are today. Because think about it, like you prayed to be able to do what you're doing right now, or you asked for it in some sense.
Yeah.
And then you also took action towards it. So I think that's the other part, like of the journey, is really like taking a look back for a second, not taking yourself back there.
Yeah.
But sometimes it may be emotional. It's going to be hurtful. You're going to cry. But going back sometimes can help you. And I believe that it was Steve Jobs that said it. When you go back, it'll help you connect the dots going forward.
True.
And
it's like learning about history.
Right. And if you don't decide, if you're forcing yourself to like avoid, because I know for me for a long time I was trying to avoid keeping everything in the past. I'm not trying to bring that back up. That needs to stay where it is. But I learned to embrace it because it's created me to be who I am today. Like it's created all of us to be where we are today. Like you're dressed the way you are because of something in your past.
Right.
You look the way you are because I talked about your haircut because of something in your past. You know what I mean? So really, I just want to add on that to that when he said like really trust the process. But sometimes you might have to go back to really see a lot of things that are going like that happen to help you see, okay, cool, now this is, and then when you start to go back, you'd be like, that makes sense why this has to happen. Like, you know, and that's, I think the realization for me, like I started paying attention to little things, just like, okay, that's why that's happening. This is why that's happened. That's why that happened.
It's kind of like you have a good self-awareness of yourself.
Right. And then your story is the most powerful thing that you can use.
Because everyone's different. Everyone's unique in their own way.
Yeah.
Like no one lived the same exact life.
No, nobody did.
Right.
You know, and that's where it kind of lights it up a little bit to take you off comparing yourself to someone else's success versus your own.
Yeah.
Because your success is going to be your success.
Right.
Not anyone else's. You're going to attract people along the way that are going to probably have the same past as you. And, you know, things like that. Like me and him, like literally sometimes we weird each other out because we're like, yo, we're too much in common. Like, it's weird. Like we're just like, what's going on? And then hanging out with like Nancy and Milton, like the two other people we have the club with.
Yeah.
Like a lot of their alignment of what happened to them is like, oh, shoot. So you really do attract who you are. And sometimes it takes going back to see that, though, to see who you are and also realize, go back to the things that you love.
Yeah.
And then that will push you forward. And
I don't see if you guys believe in this, like the manifesting your own destiny type of thing. I think you're talking about that originally now. And I don't. Oh damn! My mind's getting blown now. I'm sorry. This is my worst performance ever. I gotta throw the little one-liners in there. I think I really want to get into with you guys is just breaking that thing with others.
Yes.
Because I feel like I'm finding people like us who are coaches, entrepreneurs, and whatnot, trying to help others. Mm-hmm. But I still get a lot of friction with other people who, when I speak, it's like, you're full of shit, or like you're talking about or like that hippy dippy type shit. I'm like, I don't know. I know myself. I'm at peace. And like I know who I am, so like it doesn't bother me.
Right.
But I really want to enrich your life to not believing the same things I believe in, but find out what works for you.
Right.
And like don't be afraid of reinventing yourself.
Right.
Doing. I think I want to get into like another sub subject, which is like how you look kind of creates how you feel. Right. Like I think I was saying earlier that I had longer hair. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't even that long. Like I had that comb over, remember? Yeah. Man. But then at the same time, it's like I didn't feel like working out anymore. I didn't feel like an athlete because, like, I think in high school I had longer hair too. But once I got out of high school, got into college, I had like the buzz cut because of like the Marine Corps. I had to keep it short. But at the same time, I was optimal. That was the same time when I broke the powerlifting records. That was the same time that I was just like extremely, extremely fit. Mm-hmm. Like I'm not saying that I'm not fit now, but then I'm just at a little more relaxed state. Right. But then also is from, I feel like the way I look. You're comfortable? Yeah, I'm comfortable now.
You know why? I do want to touch on this with you. Your people your people are comfortable because you are. Yeah,
I found that out too. Mm-hmm. Because now I'm more asking questions about like, hey, how's your day? And then we start talking about like stress of like work and stuff like that. But it almost turns into like a therapy session. Yeah. Like I'm not like a licensed counselor.
That's what we do. Like we're not doctors at all, but we're giving you we're giving you what you need, not just for your body, but for life.
Yeah.
And that's what we're doing inside of Herbalife. That's how we're able to change lives. Yeah, you lost 20 pounds. That's absolutely amazing. Congratulations. But the process that you went through in that loss of 20 pounds is what we're really trying to get you to focus on. And that's how you're going to keep that 20 pounds off. It's not a diet. It's a lifestyle change.
Right.
Okay. I think that's exactly what I wanted to get out.
Yeah.
Um,
It's really like, and I think the biggest thing for you, and I think you're mentioning it, it's like, it's just self-reflection at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Like, really listen to that person and heap in on it. And I'll recommend a book for you. It's called, crap, I have to give it, I want to say it now so you have it on the podcast. What's the name of the book? I can't remember at this moment, but I have to look in through my book. Oh, actually, it's called Zero Limits.
Zero Limits.
Yep, it teaches you, because I know the title sounds like zero limits, like no limits to life. It does teach you that, but it also teaches you how to clear out that space from other people. Well, clear it out from you so they can clear out within the people around you.
Okay. All right. I guess I'll look into it. But a question I think now that I remember, my plan this whole podcast is a question I always ask. It's like, who are the 5 closest people to you, and do you think you're the average of those few or 5 type of thing? Like, have you like thought about that?
The average?
Yeah.
What do you mean by the average?
So like the mean, like, so if you were to put like those 5 people together, like that's a good summary of you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I want to get into who they are
in the Marine Corps, because
Oh.
the people that I was around, they weren't me, and it wasn't an environment where I can attract myself.
Yes. I feel you
got
exactly.
Me? Okay.
Okay. Not to throw shade on the Marine Corps, but I didn't feel the same.
So I definitely have a piece on the outside, because everyone that's around me, even the people that I don't know, the people that I come in contact with, are more me than anything.
Yeah.
The people that we were walking around a lake the other day, and we kept coming in contact with these people that we were able to just absolutely relate with, because like there was different parts of them that's inside of us, and that's what we were attracting.
Yeah.
So just I was not able to do that in the Marine Corps.
Well, I definitely want to get into. I love this question so much because it kind of like exposes the person, like who they really are. Like who like, you don't have to give me specific names, but like who are those 5 to you?
Who are those 5 to me?
Like parents, mentor, whatever, friend. Random.
She's one of my 5 now.
Okay.
We actually we met recently.
Okay.
But she's probably the closest thing to me that I know of. And that's the connection, the relation that we have is like, it's unbelievable.
Okay.
So she would be one. She's my rock at this point.
Nice.
Second, I have 2 friends back home. We'll just say friends back home that no matter what, I don't have to call them when I'm having a problem. Yeah. They usually call me because of something just
They just
clicking.
have that like sixth sense type of vibe.
That sense of energy. There's something that needs to be said or whatever. One would be my mom, the relationship that I have with my mom and a connection. She's the feelings of everything. She's able to not only feel or have emotions within herself about herself, but she shares everyone else's emotions and spirits as well.
Yeah.
So like when she walks inside of a room, she can feel people. She can feel that, hey, that person right there is sad. That person is going through something. That person needs me to touch them.
Yeah.
And that, I don't even know how to explain it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. My mom is an awesome lady.
Okay.
And the last person, that's 1, 2.
That's 4.
3, 4. Yeah. The last person.
Any mentors?
I have so many mentors in this business. That's the beauty of this business.
Well, I also want to give you let me more feedback on that one too, because I think for me too, it's like I'm really adapting this one principle that I've learned from Ken Shamrock, a UFC fighter, or a system really, a mental model. It's the plus minus equal. So I'm trying to bring into that into concept to my top five, and
I get it. I got
you know what I'm
now.
saying, man.
Yeah,
So
I
having
completely understand you now. Okay.
yeah. Well, I mean that's just me. I'm not saying that you have to imply that in your life, but I'm thinking about people who I try to mentor as well. Definitely in our unit, I try to mentor my driver or my junior Marines as well to have this kind of thinking, if not this kind of thinking, to at least express yourself. Because I feel like that was the biggest issue with the Marine Corps, in my perspective, that there was a lot of masks put on,
Sure,
and
that's the
especially
world period.
in the masculinity level. And I think in general, I think like women also have it as well because. I don't want to like bash feminism, but then it's like they're putting on a mask to be like, I'm strong, I can do whatever men do, but then like, do you really want to do what we do? I don't want to do some shit that we do.
I learned my lesson. I'm gonna let y'all do what y'all need to do. Y'all can do it. I don't want it no more.
Yeah,
Too
like,
stressful.
I know, like, yeah, all right.
Men are made for men. Women are made for women.
Yes, they are.
And guys made for God. You leaving with that day.
Men are off the chain. Like, I'm not proud of us at times.
Okay. Well, Oumou, let me get your perspective on it, on the top five that you're closest to.
Top five. Definitely my brother. Like, being around him a lot teaches me a lot about myself. And again, that's where it comes into cleaning out a lot of things about myself and start working on, because I can't control him, but I can control what I'm going through.
Older brother, younger brother?
Older brother.
Okay.
Yeah. I love him, but he's so much a reflection of me, and sometimes just like, oh boy. So, and definitely Bruce, like it's crazy. Like I think I talked about it earlier, but it's crazy. Like the connection, just like we're going through the same phase, and it's just like he's the closest one that really understands a lot of things that's going on.
Yeah.
So we're able to relate a lot more, and it's just like we're in alignment of just going where we need to go. So grateful for you. And definitely, man, so that's two. My sister, Lord Jesus.
What's up, your sister?
My sister, yeah. We're so much alike in so many ways that sometimes we drive each other crazy.
Are you guys like a year apart? Like
we're actually 20 years apart. Well, actually not 20
shit.
years, 15 years. 15 years apart.
That's a jump.
Yeah, 15 years apart, but we're so close.
Yeah.
When we speak, it's like, I don't know. She reminds me to really be myself at times, and not to give a shit. Like legit, she reminds me not to give a shit. Like, so definitely her. So far as like mentors, like my sponsor, the guy who signed me in the Herbalife, like sometimes we'll have conversations, just like he's going through the same thing I'm going through. He's like, oh, that's cool. I'm going through it too. You know, let's just figure it out. Let's just do it together. And I would say last two are Nancy and Milton. They're honestly like amazing.
Coaches?
Yeah, the two coaches that we're doing the club with. Like, there's so many relations coming out with them within myself. And I'm like, whoa, this is, amazing. Like being around them, it starts to remind you of, again, the past of who you are and not being afraid to step into that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And it'll get a little light. What's your favorite foods? I want to figure that out. Like, what you guys are transitioning to being vegan. I'm like, I love pizza.
I'm not
we're not
No,
transitioning to
I'm
being
African.
vegan.
Oh, that's what you said.
Herbalife
The company
is
itself
vegan
is coming out with a line.
Oh, so you guys are the
specifically
company.
vegan.
Oh,
right?
I misconception.
Yeah.
I
There we go.
misunderstand that. I was like,
I'm gonna eat my pizza.
Damn. Yeah.
Like,
I'm African. I love my goat meats. I need my goat meats.
Hey, did you come with us to Morocco?
no, I
Last year?
didn't. Man, that's what I was. Man, no, I didn't.
I was so excited. Oh no, well, I was like so excited, but then I love their food. Like the Moroccan army were so generous. That was the first time I had like a full ass like feast.
Like that's why.
Of like lamb. Well, it was lamb.
Right.
Do you think that's the same as goat? Or
Not
No.
really.
No?
It don't taste the same either.
where can I find some goat meat around here?
Go to, they don't have that many African spots around here.
Yeah.
But if I do find a good one, because right now I'm in a transition trying to find one. But for now I'm eating my sister-in-law food.
Damn. Maybe one of your Herbalife caterings.
I know. Maybe I'll attract Africans to my business that can cook.
Okay. Let's wrap this up. You want to shout out anywhere they can find you guys, or anywhere like your Uplift Fitness.
Yeah.
Where to find that?
My biggest thing is social media. Body Fitness, BAHDY Fitness. That transitions from my last name into Body Fitness. Yeah. So then on Facebook, Oumou, Oumou, last name BAH.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bruce.
It's your boy, Bruce. Let's get it. You can find me on Instagram _BBask. That's BBASK. Very huge on Instagram. So if you hit me up on there, I'll definitely get back to you. Also, our Uplift Fitness that's about to go crazy. All right, you can find that at the Boys and Girls Club in Laurel, Merlin. So we definitely invite everybody to come up, hear that uplifting message, and get an amazing workout in. All right.
Yeah. If you guys have questions about anything, spiritual, mental, physical, any of that, just hit your girl up. I'm down to help.
Hey, love the outreach. And my turn. Hey, if you want to support the podcast, you can buy some merch at sumoliftsapparel.com as well as patreon.com/theketchup. You can donate and support me and find more people like these guys and learn about stuff. Well, I didn't want to just generalize. How to generalize everybody. Goodbye.
Peace.
Thank you, guys.
Of course.
That was